Welcome to the Michael Savage YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing, for clicking the like button, whatever you have to do to make people understand that this is the most important forum for thought on YouTube right now. I know you say, wow, where'd that come from? Well, you'll see in time what I'm saying is true. There are people who come along who are unique and create original content. It doesn't mean that they have the largest following. So I'm glad you're here. I appreciate it. So let me tell you what we're doing starting today. I'm trying something new. I like to keep not reinventing myself, but changing things for my own interests. And what I did was I was going through my old files and I found dozens and dozens of monologues going back many years. Some of them astounded my production staff and they said, you've got to print some of these. And why don't you do 2-minute YouTube pieces from now on and see what happens? Because the attention span on YouTube is very low. Probably 5 to 6 minutes is all people will watch. So today's selection is a piece I found in my own archives dated February 27th, 2018. And the title is simple but original: Toxic Feminism. Does Freud's penis envy theory drive political discourse today? That's the question. And again, the date is February 27th, 2018. Toxic Feminism, okay? And first, I described to you Freud's penis envy theory, which I learned when I was an undergrad at Queens College, which goes back quite a way. And I had a feminist professor who was great. And she explained the penis envy theory, and we all turned red in the classroom. We never heard words like that before. And we were just astounded by the idea. But in Freud's psychosexual theory, the phallic stage between the ages of 3.5 and 6 is the first period of development in which the libidinal focus is primarily on the genital area. Sounds like most men through their whole lives. So if your husband can't get his mind off that area, he's between the ages of 3.5 and 6. Prior to this stage, the libido, which was defined by Freud as the primary motivating energy force within the mind, the libido, focuses on other physiological areas prior to this. In the oral stage, that's in the first 12 to 18 months of life, libidinal needs concentrate on the desire to eat, sleep, suck, and bite. Some men are still at that at age whatever. The theory suggests that the penis becomes the organ of principal interest to both sexes in the phallic stage. And that allegedly becomes the catalyst for a series of pivotal events in psychosexual development, according to Freud. These events, known as the Oedipus complex for boys and the Electra complex for girls, result in different outcomes for each gender because of differences in anatomy. That's the background. That you could find anywhere. But what I wrote was something different. Here's what I wrote. I wrote, a significant number of feminists have been highly critical of penis envy theory as a concept and psychoanalysis as a discipline, arguing that the assumptions and approaches of the psychoanalytic project are profoundly patriarchal and anti-feminist and misogynistic and represent women as broken or deficient men. Karen Horney, for example, a German psychoanalyst who also placed great emphasis on childhood experiences and psychological development, was a particular advocate of this view. She asserted the concept of womb envy and saw, quote, masculine narcissism as underlying the mainstream Freudian view. I'm reading from my own monologue found yesterday entitled Toxic Feminism from February 27th, 2018. Just so you know where this is coming from. I found these gems. Let me continue. I then quote a Juliet Mitchell in her early work who attempted to reconcile Freud's thoughts on psychosexual development with feminism and Marxism by declaring his theories to be simply observations of gender identity under capitalism. Sound familiar? And then I hit you with the bomb. The atom bomb's coming now. I asked this, and this was on the radio, by the way, on February 27, 2018. Question: while everyone talks about toxic masculinity, is it not time to talk about toxic feminism and how it is destroying our culture? With the constant pushback on men acting in any way acting masculine, feminists have stripped the ability of men to perform in any way how they were biologically intended to, therefore making feminism toxic to me and all men. And I ask finally, has toxic feminism become the major roadblock for the Trump administration? And this was in February 27, 2018, which leads us to today. It is toxic feminism that is the genesis behind the hatred for Donald Trump, because he epitomizes the old school white male that is so despised by the Wolf Blitzers, the Jake Tappers, and the other gelded men in the media. Remember what I just said, gelded men in the media. They are the men who have had their testicles removed in order to even get where they are to begin with. And so they espouse toxic feminism without even knowing what they're doing. They have no idea what they're espousing. So they've emasculated our nation by stripping away our borders, language, and culture. And of course, the biggest threat to the New World Order and the invasion of these military age leeches is men, real American men of the type that fought on Omaha Beach to push the Nazis back to Berlin. And so now you see where this is coming from. This is the end of today's monologue. Toxic feminism. Does Freud's penis envy theory drive political discourse today? This is going to be a short take. Tomorrow I will do another one, which is the gelded man who is gelding the military and our culture. That's from November 16th, 2017, by the way. Another one of my gems. And another one I found, which will be done on the third day, is from November 9th, 2017. I'm giving you these titles in advance. Medication and education have destroyed the nation. I'm sure it'll be stolen before the words leave my lips by those in radio who have not had an original idea. And if they ever had one, they would probably call 911. But here's a shocker from 2018, May 18th, 2018. I actually read this today and almost fainted because it scared me in terms of what's going on in Israel today. And it's not going to make a lot of you very happy, but I go where the truth lies. I asked, did Israel lose the moral high ground using live rounds against the protest on the border? And I'm going to do that one a few days from today, and you will see where I go with that one. But for today, that's enough. It's an introduction to the new Michael Savage YouTube channel, which are short takes. I hope you've enjoyed this short take on toxic feminism. And if you did enjoy it, subscribe. I want to close out at 50,000 subscribers by the end of the week. And if you don't do that for me, I'm probably going to get very angry at my audience. You get this for nothing. How hard is it to subscribe or to check a like button? If you won't do that and you won't contribute to the popularity of this incredible Michael Savage YouTube channel, then who are you? That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for your patronage, those of you who've been with me from the beginning. Again, visit me on the podcast. Oh, do we have a podcast for today? I should tell you what today's podcast is. It's amazing. The graphics on it alone are amazing. Let me see the exact. I want to get it exactly right. So today's podcast, which is up wherever podcasts are found. First, you can go to the michaelsavage.com website. Google erases whites and other insults on history and reality with Professor Jeff Flynn Paul. It's astounding. That follows another astounding podcast, The Manhattan Project, where I interviewed the fathers of the hydrogen and neutron bombs, Edwin Teller and Samuel Cohen. Nobody ever matched me in the history of the media, ever, and no one ever will, incidentally. I don't care whether you agree with me. I'm telling you a fact. Anyone could get up there and talk and bloviate and tell you liberal, bad, conservative, good. But not everyone can articulate in the way I do. And I'm very happy to tell you I'm still able to do it. And I hope I'll be able to do it for a while longer. And if you like this today, I want to drive to 50,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, because once I break 50,000, we're going to go to 100,000 very fast. I don't know the algorithm that some people use, but I look at YouTube and I can't believe some of the people with millions of followers. I mean, we understand those who show their bodies or stuff like that, or the singers or the dancers or the minstrels and things of that nature. But I would say beta and delta level thinkers have huge followings. So I, as an alpha thinker, I'm asking you to click the like button and subscribe to the Michael Savage YouTube channel. And I hope you've enjoyed today's tiny monologue on toxic feminism. Does Freud's penis envy theory drive political discourse today? From February 27, 2018. And whoever steals it first will get a prize. If you could find out who stole it first today on the radio, one of them will steal it. Either it'll be the fake Secret Service agent who hates my guts because he knows that he's nothing but a traffic light who got lucky. It could be Squeaky, or it could be the ex-government lawyer who makes believe he wrote the U.S. Constitution. One of those three gonifs will steal us before the week is over. Thanks for listening. I'm Michael Savage. God be with us.